Good morning, you guys. Coach Leanne here. I am the creator and founder of Living Healthy by Leanne. I wanted to go over a couple stretches. I hear a lot about my hips bugging me, my knees bugging me, or I get a lot of headaches. Okay, those are the three main issues I probably hear about the most. Okay, so let's go over a few stretches just to help you alleviate these symptoms. You need one of these. Okay, this is a foam roller. It's essentially hard. Okay, like I can't really squeeze it. Okay, you can use a couple rolled up towels duct taped around. It works okay. Probably not as deep and as effective as this, but you can do that. I would encourage you to purchase something like this. I mean, you can get them anywhere from I've seen them as cheap as like 15 bucks. I've seen them as expensive as $30, $40, okay? So I actually got this off of Zulily. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I think it was on sale for like $13.99 or something crazy. So it is a smaller one, okay? It's maybe 15 inches, if that. You can get them longer or shorter. I prefer the smaller one because I can stow it away a little bit easier. I really do wish I had the longer one for certain movements, but those are more stylized and more like inclusive, so I always just make do, okay? So let's talk about your hip, okay? You have a couple muscles in here that tend to get tight. You've got one in here that's like deep, deep, deep in here, and it's called the iliopsoas, okay? That's probably the most difficult to reach, and it is the most difficult to get stretched out. So number one, I'm just gonna tell you, you probably want to go down and similar to a runner's lunge, but not all the way down, okay? So your feet are going to be pointed the same direction. You're going to basically shove one foot back, okay? Doesn't have to be straight, does help, okay? Make sure this knee is not over the toe. You want to make sure it's behind. And we're just going to reach those hands up. Yes, this is a yoga move. But the nice thing about it is right now I can just feel it pulling right in here. So you're just loosening up all of these muscles right in here. Okay? You want to sit there probably 20 to 30 seconds and just feel that release. Do the other side, maybe come back again, and then do the other side again. Okay? Now, I worked law enforcement. I worked law enforcement for like close to 10 years. I carried my gun here. This side is always super tight for me. So I tend to work on it a little bit more and try to loosen it up a little more. The other thing we're going to work on is that iliopsoas muscle a little bit deeper. You're going to essentially place this right at the belly button, okay? So my belly button's right here, and I'm going to line that up. And I'm basically going to lay on this sucker, okay? So I'm going to lay on it, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to slowly roll up. So I'm pushing myself up, and I'm laying across here. And yes, you're going to feel it in your digestion. Yes, you're going to feel your intestines kind of moving around in there. Deal with it. You can put as much pressure down as you want. You can relieve the pressure. I tend to lay across here and just let it move. And then when I find that point, I'll find it right about there. I can just chill here. And just let that muscle release and soak in and release all of that lactic acid buildup that we tend to get when we're moving around a lot. Okay? That specific muscle is so difficult to hit. So by doing this, you're getting that deep, deep, deep release. And I go all the way down to essentially the pubic bone. And then I come back up, okay? And you want to work at that really, really slow. Do not go about this fast at all, okay? Now, you're going to do this similar, but right on this corner. Not on the back, right on the corner. Not on the side, on the corner, okay? And I always start at the lower back And then I essentially stick that leg out and I just kind of scoot my body. And see, right there is where I hit it. And it's just above the booty cheek. And I can just feel that. Ah, I already did this and I'm still tight. Like I can feel it. And again, this is a situation where I could fold my leg over my other leg. I can lift it up. I can lift the leg, the side that's on the foam roller, and like put more pressure, get that deeper. So you control the amount of effectiveness, if you will. So let's move on to the knee, because this is the other one that I hear about a lot. You've got your quadriceps here. This is a huge muscle, okay? Muscles, I should say. But typically speaking, this main one that kind of does this like, and then wraps around over here, that's typically the one that pulls on that knee the most. You're essentially gonna do the same thing. Start on, I always start at about the just below the pelvis, right here, that bone in the hip, and I just start rolling down across that quadricep. And like right there is where I feel my knee. I can feel my knee almost pulling up. It's crazy. So you want to roll down nice and slow all the way down to the knee. Do not roll across the kneecap and then roll back up. When you find those points that are like super tight, sit there for a second or two and just let it work its way in. Now, lastly, I get migraines. I'm a chronic migraine sufferer, okay? Slam this up against the wall, push yourself into it, and you're just gonna roll this up and down against the wall, okay? And you're gonna push into it. So it's essentially gonna be pressing right in here and down and back up. You're relieving all those muscles that get tight, and that's all this is. It's about relieving the pressure that these muscles put on joints, specific areas, the back of the head. So I hope those few movements can help you out, and I hope that they help you release some of the tension that you build up when you work out or just in daily activities.